What's going on, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Sauce Pharaoh, aka JJ in his bid, man. And today, y'all, I got another story, another story time for y'all, bro. I just want to say, y'all, shout out to my people who been watching my videos since I started this channel, which was September 12th, 2018. Yeah, so like a year ago. Shout out to y'all, man, for like helping me reach 20 subscribers. It really means a lot. And I just want to tell y'all, I just love y'all so much, bro. I'm gonna keep doing YouTube until I get that MacBook Pro and that vlogging camera to start vlogging for y'all. I also have a second channel. It will be down below in the description. But enough of talking y'all head off. I'm back at it again with another story time for y'all, bro. And if y'all didn't see the first story time part 1. It was when my first time going to jail, y'all. Now this is a part two of my second time going to jail. Y'all, cause I've been to jail 2 times, y'all, throughout my whole life, and it was over some dumb stuff, you know. As you're young, when you're young, you do dumb stuff, and at the time, I was still in high school, y'all, and I almost messed up my senior year of high school. I almost didn't get my diploma. I almost didn't graduate because of this one dumb thing I did. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. But if y'all are new to this channel, or if y'all are not new to this channel, make sure y'all subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm gonna keep going with this video. I'm gonna keep uploading bangers back to back for y'all. But peep out the earring, y'all, peep out the fit. I got the Wave shirt on, Wave Gang stand up. But enough of clowning around. I got my homie Christian here with me at his house, but I'm gonna leave his channel down below in the description, so y'all, not only can y'all subscribe to my channel, but help my little homie reach 20 subscribers as well, so he can get to where I'm at. But this story time is about my second time going to jail. I know what y'all thinking, bro. Now what did you do this time for you to almost not graduate? I'm gonna explain to y'all what happened, bro. So this takes back to like 2018. This all takes back to like a year ago, right? And at the time, me and my brother, I'm not gonna say no names, but me and my brother, since I'm doing a story time, I'm gonna just list some labels. I'm gonna call myself letter A, and I'm gonna call my brother letter B. All right. So, and I'm gonna just list label. I'm gonna just throughout the story, I'm gonna just list like letters and numbers and stuff like that. So at the time, I'm letter A, and my brother's letter B. Okay. So we was at this happened like a year ago, y'all, like last year, and we was staying at ATX. Now I'm not gonna say what it stands for or nothing like that. I'm just listing numbers and letters. So we were staying at ATX, right? And the school I went to was LMS. That's all I'm gonna say. I went to LMS, and I was staying at like ATX. Now, this what happened was, y'all, right? I woke up this morning and stuff like that. Got ready for school at the in ATX, and letter B was sleeping in the bed. Letter B was sleeping in the bed, right? Letter B was sleeping in the bed, and me and letter A got up, right? Letter A got up to go get ready for school. And then I went in letter B's room, and I seen they had a B rolled up. I'm gonna just say a B. Y'all know what it stands for. I'm listing letters and labels here in the story time. So letter B was asleep, and I went in the room, and letter A went through the drawers and found a B, and I ended up grabbing it and putting it in my pocket and taking it to LMS. LHS. My bad, y'all. LHS. So I ended up getting a B and taking it to LHS. And throughout the day, throughout the day, I decided to not get when I was at LAH. I mean LAH. I mean no LHS. I decided to eat breakfast and go on by my day. You know how I normally be at school. Normally be at school. You eat lunch. You eat breakfast. Then you go to classes and stuff like that. So I decided to do that. And what I ended up doing was like during one of my classes, like one of my classes at LHS, I decided to ask to use the restroom just so I could hit this B. And turns out it was I had one of my I had a friend. Now I'm gonna just label him as letter C. So letter A and letter C decided to go out into the field, go out into the field at LHS and hit the B. Now, what really happened was y'all. Well, this is how dumb it was. What really happened was y'all. Right? I had a L. Y'all know what that stands for. I had a L, right? And I sparked the L up in the hallway. Now, me being smart and curious, I didn't know that they had cameras inside LHS. So when they seen that, they was like, when I seen that they had cameras inside LHS, I was like, dang, I'm stupid. Why didn't I light it out? Why didn't I spark that L outside? So I ended up smoking a blunt and all that other stuff. And I ended up smoking the B and all that other stuff. And when I came back in, I was high as heck. I was H as heck. Now, this what a effed up part came in at. This what effed up part came in at. So I was at LHS and I was inside one of my classes. And letter B texted letter A and was like, where the heck my B at? Now, I am in class, y'all, at LHS, and I can't really text back. I can't really text letter B back because letter A is inside class learning, getting his education inside LHS. Education. Well, still, I was trying to get my education in school at LHS, and later B texted letter A and said, "Nigga, where the heck my B at?" And I told him I was acting dumb because I just got done smoking a B and I was high. I was H as heck. And I told him, I told letter B that I did not know where his B at. I did not know where he was at. And he was like, nigga, if you don't tell me where it's at, I'm about to pull up to your school at LHS and look for my dang self. So I already know he wasn't about it. But letter B actually pulled up to letter A's school, bro. He actually pulled up to my school, bro. Letter A's school. And then he told me I'm here. I was like, what, letter B? You here? He was like, yeah, I'm here. Come out in the hallway. So I came out into the LHS hallway and I did not see him, bro. Did not see him throughout the whole time. I'm inside the hallway. He text letter B blowing my phone up. Letter B just text me back to back messages. And letter A not answering, bro. I'm letter A in this situation. I am letter A, y'all. And my brother's letter B. But letter A was not answering in this situation, bro, because he was already high off the H. I mean, already high off the W. And he didn't have no common sense. Already high off the W. And I didn't know how to function myself in this situation, bro. So letter B told me, he said, where you at? I said, I'm around the corner. I pull up around the corner, bro. I see letter B literally standing there, bro. And he yelling at me saying, where my B at? When I tell y'all, bro, I was inside the LHS hallway, and when I tell y'all it was Nothing but G in the hallway. It was nothing but G in the hallway. I'm talking about that jump was S. That jump was S. It was S. And I told it,
Oh.
it was S. And no, when I tell y'all, everybody smelled it, bro. Everybody smelled that G. Everybody smelled that G, bro. And I already knew I was in trouble because of the situation. So when I had the B in my hand, right? I had the B in my hand, and I was trying to look for letter B. I couldn't find. I finally found letter B, but before I found letter B, I ended up taking the B and I ended up throwing it in the try. I ended up throwing it in the TC. So y'all get the concept. I'm gonna continue wrong. So I end up taking the B and throwing it in the TC. Y'all know what that stands for if y'all in school. Y'all know what that stands for. So threw it away, when I threw it in a TC, letter B told letter A, he was like, where my B at? And I told him I didn't know I didn't know where it was because I disabled the B in a TC. So then he was like, all right. He was like, all right, all right. So you gonna have to owe me some more. You have to buy me some more. Buy me some more W. And then throughout the whole time, letter A and letter B in the hallway, talking about this, we see administration teachers from LHS coming to where we at. And then they told me, letter B told letter A, he was like, just act like I owe you something. So the teachers came to letter A and they asked letter A. They was like, letter A, what's wrong? And I told the LHS teacher, I told them, I was like, I owe letter B some money. And they told me, they told letter A, they was like, letter A, where's the money? And I told them I didn't have it. So throughout the whole time, letter A talking to the teachers from LHS, one of the teachers from LHS go inside the trash can and found the B that I had thrown in the trash can. They found the B. So I already knew I was caught, bro. I already knew I was caught because once I sparked the B up, I already knew it was over with, bro. I already knew I was done, bro. So they end up finding the B in the trash can, and they end up calling me inside the office, and they told me, they said, was this what you was trying to give them? And they had that B, they had the B in their hand, and I already knew I already knew it was over with. So then they told me, and they was like, letter A. I have. So then they ain't even let me chance. They ain't even let me chance. They ain't even give me a chance. They ain't even give letter A a chance to like leave. They instead of letting letter A leave, they let letter B leave. They let letter B leave and go home. They ain't even let letter A chance to go home. They called letter A inside the office. They was like, letter A, was this what you was trying to give letter B? I said yes. They said, letter B, you can go home. They called me, they said, letter A, we have no choice but to suspend you for 5 days. They sent letter A home for 5 days, bro. 5 days, all because I sparked up a B, bro. All because I sparked up a B. When all letter A had to do was leave the B at home, and letter A would never have been in this situation, bro. So as letter B leaving, they sat me down in the office. They got the suspension paper ready for letter A. They said, you gonna be suspended for 5 days. You ain't gonna be able to come back to the school until you graduate and da. Telling letter A all this. So not only did I get caught with the B, letter A ended up getting suspended for 5 days of school, bro. That means 5 days of home, 5 days of not doing no work at school. So letter A took his punishment, and letter A walked all the way home from LHS to ATX. Not the bus, but on foot, bro, on freaking foot, bro. Letter A had to walk from his school to home. So letter A already know the cops was coming for him, bro. He already knew the cops was coming knocking at his door, bro. So later that night, I'm at home with I'm later A. Letter A is at home with letter B, with his mom, and then next thing you know, I get a knock at my door, saying the police saying where's your son, letter A. I already knew what time it was, bro. And the thing about it is, y'all, I had on my pajamas. I had on my night clothes, bro. I had on my night clothes. And they came to my door at 10 o'clock at night saying, where's your son, letter A, bro? Letter A. So I got up out my bed. I went to the door. I didn't even try to hesitate to run or do nothing, bro. I knew what time it was, bro. It was time to do the time. If you do the crime, you do the time, bro. So our letter A already knew what time it was, and letter B didn't even say nothing, bro, because he knew what happened, bro. He knew what happened. He knew when he pulled up to my school that it was gonna be over with, bro. It was gonna be wraps. So letter A, they done took letter A outside. They told me it's yeah, they told me, are you letter A? I said, yes, I'm letter A. They told me to come outside. The cops made me put on my shoes, and they put letter A in handcuffs, and it took me to jail, bro. They took letter A to jail, bro. Now, I'm in the back of the cop car throughout the whole time. My mom's crying. She said, what did letter A do? What did letter A do? They said, it says, excuse me, ma'am, your son would be going to jail for possession of W. Possession of W, all because letter A wanted to bring a B to school, bro. That's tough. So, but the thing about it is, letter A wasn't in there for that long. I was only in there for like, I think about like 2 to 3 days, and then that's when my mom posted bail. So I ended up going to jail, y'all. Letter A ended up going to jail, and my mom ended up posting the bail for, I think, $10,000, y'all. But yeah, y'all, like more, but and the moral of the story, y'all, is letter A ended up having to see another day, and I ended up coming back to school. Thank God I ended up coming back to school, and I ended up graduating with my class, and I ended up getting my diploma and moving to HT. Now I'm not gonna name it, but the moral of the story is, y'all, if you gonna do something, try to think smart. Try to think smart and not do it, cause there's a 5 to 10% chance that you gonna get caught on what you trying to get away with. And letter A had to learn the hard way. Letter A had to learn the dang hard way. But if y'all enjoyed that story time, bro, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. It will be down below in the description. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes. If this video get 5,000 likes, I will drop another video on this channel for y'all, bro. But until next time, man, I'm out this thing, bro. Also, my homie, I will leave his channel down below in the description. My channel will be down below in the description. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram. All this stuff I'm saying will be down below in the description. And until next time, bro, I am out this thing. We out though. Yeah.